All praises, all praises. The brother spoke powerful in the spirit. We're the Hebrew Israelites, once again, week in, week out, we come out to bid our people back to the marriage, to teach the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negro and Indian descent that they are the children of God, according to biblical prophecy and archaeology.
That's right.
Because our people don't know who they are, right? Bring that out from me.
Right. Reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without.
So this is your wisdom, right? Hold this. This is your wisdom coming out here. Because our people, we're so wise in our own eyes. That's all that we know. If I don't think this is right. We're so wise in our own eyes. We believe that if we think it, that's it. That your way is right. The way that you think it and the way that you perceive it is right. Bring that up.
Reading from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise and understanding people.
So this is your wisdom. This not because I think so, now this is what we're going to do. No, this is the wisdom. This is the wisdom. Because if we kept these laws, statutes, and commandments, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in. We wouldn't be as spoiled for all these nations. Right? Because when you go into these different black neighborhoods, so-called black neighborhoods, you see a common thread that runs through all of our neighborhoods. You see smoke shops, you see liquor shops, you see churches. That's all that they give you. But we don't ever open the book, because everybody in their house got a Bible on their mother's cupboard that they ain't opened and never cracked the dust off of it to see what exactly is in here. This is your wisdom.
That's right.
Why is it that you think that the Arab man could fly 20 hours across the world and get up in a higher position than you, who have lived here since your great-grandparents? Why is that? Because you have no wisdom. The wisdom that you think you have is foolishness with God. That's all that it is. Go back to Proverbs.
Reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. Verse 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
And that's where we at. We're in the chief place of concourse. You got the major bus stop. You got a train stop here. You got all our people just lined up on this area, right? We just going to and fro, minding our business, right? This is the chief place of concourse. Today's the Sabbath. You shouldn't even be out here, to be honest. But because our people don't have their wisdom, we know that they'll be out here.
In the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, verse 22, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
So what are we saying to our people out here in Hempstead, New York?
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long will you simple ones love simplicity? How long are you going to allow these other vampire nations to come and devour the blood out of you?
That's right.
How long you just going to give your money to the Arab man? How long you going to keep giving your money to the Chinese man? How long are you going to allow this white devil to rule over you? How long are you going to just lay it out on your back and take it?
That's right.
Because that's all that you're doing out here in 2021 in Hempstead. You're just taking it. Because our people, man, our people are literally the walking dead. They're the walking dead. This is what Ezekiel was prophesizing about, the valley of dry bones.
That's right.
Our people are very dry. They have no life in them. They're walking zombies, drugged up, high up out of their mind, that they don't even know if they're coming or going. And this is prophesied in the Bible in Deuteronomy. Bring that out first for me.
Reading from the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the street.
Where's our people?
At the head of all the street.
Our sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. Just meandering around, doing nothing, being so unproductive. but you think that you have something that you can say to these women. That's why the woman is now in a better position than the man. Why? Because the men just want to hang around doing nothing, just being vagabonds. The Most High didn't raise you to be vagabonds. He raised you as a nation of kings and priests. But you've fallen away from your wisdom. You've fallen away from your laws, statutes, and commandments. So now you're trusting in this white man system. Well, guess what? The white man came over here, killed the Native Americans, took their land, and brought your black behind over here. Do you think it's in his best interest to give you wisdom? This is not in the white man's best interest to give you any sort of wisdom to liberate yourself.
Right.
As the brother brought out earlier, a few weeks ago, everybody celebrated Juneteenth. And then they turned around and celebrated 4th of July. Now, where's the wisdom is that? Is that your Independence Day, or is it your colonizers' Independence Day? Where's the wisdom in that? Any so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American that celebrates 4th of July is just indoctrinated and completely loving this white man and his system. Bring that back from the top of it.
Reading from the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net.
As a wild bull in the nest. Y'all ain't got nowhere to go. Y'all just laying around at the head of every street as a wild bull in the net. What does that mean? The bull is caught. You are captured. You are prey. You think that you're doing something, but you're prey.
They are full of fury of the Most High.
You are full of the fury of the Most High. And what does that mean? That's a punishment from the Most High. The Most High is paying you back.
The rebuke of thy power.
The rebuke of their power, right? But our people, but our people, right? Because we trust in this system so much, right? If the white man don't tell you that you are an Israelite, that you are God's chosen people, that there's nobody better on this earth, nobody dance like you, nobody cook like you, nobody look like you, nobody jump like you, nobody sing like you. We have all the gifts. We have all the gifts. So how is it that we can do all of these things, but yet we are still at the bottom of society? Bring that up.
Reading from the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers.
And who's the watchers? The watchers are the prophets. The people that come out here and tell you, you black man, you are the best thing on this earth. You Hispanic man, you are the best thing of the earth. You Native American man, the Most High don't love nobody but you. We are the watchers.
And the demand by the word of the holy ones.
And we get this word from the Most High.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man.
So the Most High rule in the kingdom of man. It's not Joe Biden. It's not Donald Trump. It's not Kim Jong-un. It's not Vladimir Putin. The Most High rule in the kingdom of man.
And give it to whomsoever he will.
And the Most High give the kingdom of men to whoever he will. But let's see who the Most High put to rule over the kingdom of men.
And setteth up over it bases of men.
Now he set the best men over it.
Verse 18.
Nope, bring that back. The what part of men?
Bases. Bases of men.
And the bases, right? So I'm going to break this down to you. In your house, you have a basement. That means that's below your house. The Most High set the lowest of men to rule the kingdom of men. Now you got to understand that. So why are you looking at this white devil to teach you anything if he's the basis of men? But you wouldn't know this because you never cracked that spine on your Bible. You want to crack the spine on your drink repeatedly, but you will never open this Bible and read about yourself. Get the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding that you are the Most High's chosen people. That the Most High is using these other nations to punish you. But you wouldn't know that because you don't read this Bible, right? Give me Haggai 1 and 5. You wouldn't know that because you never opened this Bible to see who you are. You never looked, you never inquired. Did my history begin before 1619? Who was I before 1619? You don't even care. The brother brought out earlier Israel don't know. They don't even consider. You don't even consider. You don't even look. You don't even search. If it's not on Instagram or Facebook, you don't care. If it's not a celebrity telling it to you, you don't care. You are waiting for the white man to tell you to jump. And when he tells you to jump, you're going to say, how high and when can I come down? Because at the end of the day, the blacks, Hispanics in America, the white man is your God. That's why. Because you don't fear the Most High. You fear that devil that walk right around in your neighborhood.
That's right.
You don't fear the Most High. You don't even consider that the Most High put you here as punishment. You got it? I got one.
Reading from the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 5. Now therefore, thus says the Most High of hosts.
Who said this?
Thus says the Most High of hosts. Consider your ways.
What the Most High said to you foolish Negroes?
Consider your ways. Now therefore, thus says the Lord of hosts. Consider your ways. Verse 6. Ye have sown much.
So we so much. We go out and we put in 40, 60, 80-hour work week. We've so much.
And bring in little.
And you ain't got a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
You eat, but you ain't never got enough. These food that you buying from these Chinese people, these bat cats and dogs, that's not nutrition. It's not enough. It'll never be enough.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Oh, you drink. Oh, our people, we definitely drink, but we can never get enough. We can never get our fill with drink.
Ye clothe, you, but there is no warmth. And he that earneth wages.
Low right there.
You're clothed, but there's no warmth. Why? Because this, no matter how many layers you put on, you can never escape from what you're covering up. There is no warmth for you in America. There is no warmth for you. This is not your rest.
And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
And you that earn it to put it in a hole with bag. How you do this? Because every so often your light bill go up. The cost of your Metro card and your subway tickets go up. This is putting your earnings into a bag with holes. Why? Because this system was designed to keep you at the bottom. Somebody's got to be the slave. Somebody's got to be the slave.
Verse 7. Thus says the Most High of hosts, consider your ways. Verse 8. Go up to the mountain.
So the Most High once again says to consider your ways. Consider your ways, black man. Consider your ways. Why is it that you have all these gifts but you're still in the bottom? Why is it? I mean, if a person can only come to the conclusion, it's almost as if this whole system was built counter to us. So why is it we keep hoping for America? It's the 4th of July passed, all the hours out here celebrating the 4th of July. Letting off all this smoke in the air, destroying the ozone layer. Y'all was letting off them fireworks. Why is that? Because y'all love America. Give me on Malachi 4 and 10. Micah 4. I think it's Micah 4.
Reading from the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 10.
Because our people, we just love America. This is all that we live for. This is all that we care about. If the white man ain't tell you it, it ain't fact. The white man tell you that you're African, right? What tribe from Africa? What tribe from Africa did you come from? They ain't even tell you that. They ain't tell you what language you spoke. The white man tell you that, he says, you're from Africa, right? You ain't never asked what tribe you was. You ain't never asked what language you spoke. You ain't never asked, how come did they take everybody? How come nobody came to come rescue us? How come nobody came to come rescue us? Do you know that's an international act of war? They went from one place, took you to another place. And group, this is the largest forced migration in human history. but we don't consider. We're happy nowadays to be an American. Give me Deuteronomy. You give me Deuteronomy 28. Mike, give me Micah 2 and 10. Right? Because our people, again, we don't consider. We don't even consider who we are. We don't. If the white man don't tell us it, we don't care about it. Micah 2 and 10.
Reading from the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
So the Most High is saying, arise and depart, for this is not your rest.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Because this land is polluted, it shall destroy you with a sore destruction. Give me Numbers 35:33. This land is polluted, it'll destroy you with a sore destruction. This land was formed on the backs of the bloods of the Native Americans.
Right.
What is that? The next town over is Massapequa. Ain't no white man named Massapequa. This is not their land. This land was for the Native Americans.
That's right.
This land was formed on the backs of blood and slavery. This land is polluted. It will destroy you. Bring that up.
Reading from the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
The Most High say blood defiles the land. This land is defiled. It was created. You're literally walking around on a big Indian burying ground. You're walking around on, and guess what? The Native American people, those are your brothers. So you are walking around on the graves of your brothers.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
So this land cannot be cleansed of the blood that's shed in this land. There's a way, but it's not just going to happen on its own.
But by the blood of him that shed it.
So this land is not going to be cleansed of the blood except by the spilling of the blood of the people that shed it. Now, I know a lot of, this might seem too hard for a lot of our people because we want to love everybody. We want to hold hands with everybody.
That's right.
So they're going to say, well, those white people, they died a long time ago. Give me Lamentations 4 and 17. They're going to say that the white people that did all this murdering and slavery, that they died a long time ago. So there's no hope for us. But the same way our people were born into slavery who did nothing wrong, but we still had to reap the benefits of, we had to reap the rewards of our forefathers,
right,
the same way that they have to reap the rewards of what their forefathers did.
That's right.
Reading from the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us,
it's okay. The same way that we had to do it.
reading from the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our own vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
And we think that these white people could save us. Go to 5 and 7 right there.
Reading from the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not.
So the same way our fathers went against the Most High and they died,
and we have borne their iniquities.
we had to bear the burden of their iniquities. They rebelled against the Most High, so we had to suffer the consequences for it.
Verse 8.
But that's the point. But that's the point. The same way how we had to suffer for what our forefathers did, these devils gonna have to suffer for what their forefathers did. But our people don't want to hear the good news. They want to hear Cardi B. They want to hear the baby. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear a whole bunch of dribble that don't get you nowhere. All of these people had to sell themselves to the devils in order to get where they're at. Give me Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, and I'm going to pass on to next. I want Matthew chapter 4, right? Because this is not something new, right? This has been going on forever. In order for people to get where they gotta be, they gotta dance with the devil. They gotta dance with the devil.
Reading from the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple.
Take it to verse 8. It's a lot.
Reading from the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into the exceeding high mountain.
So this is who you call Christ being tempted by the devil. What did the devil do?
And showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. Verse 9. And said unto him, all these things thou wilt fall down and worship me.
In the same way that the devil did this to who you call Christ, tried to tempt him, it's the same way that the devil did with these celebrities. Bring that part back.
Reading from the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 9. And saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
And the same way the devil did it with who you call Christ is the same way he did it with all these celebrities. Right. All your Jay-Z's, everybody that you build up and glorify and idolize, which is such a funny word because idolatry is a sin punishable of death, but yet you have all these American idols. All these people, in order for them to get where they had to be, they had to make a deal with the devil. But let's see how Christ answered them.
Verse 10. Then said Jesus unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve.
And that's how you're supposed to deal with them. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh Shah, Kwam Yasha'Allah, death and destruction.
That's right.